Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Viewers Go Scambaiting, a bait submitted by a viewer. This isn't a romance scam, and it's not a crypto scam. Unusually for this channel, it's a 419 scam. You know the sort of thing. Someone's got loads of money, and they want to send it to you. It all began, said my viewer, when out of the blue, I received an email from the Fedwire Funds Service telling me off for not receive or transfer your 5 million. What could this be? She asked. Good morning, Jane, said Kenneth Leach. We notice you haven't received or transfer your $5 million approved by Fedwire Funds Service. What could be the reason for delay? Let us know. Thank you, my viewer wrote back. Goodness, she said. I didn't know anything about this. I don't know why I would have won. Could you give me more details? Mary Jane. Kenneth, she pointed out, didn't notice that I'd changed my name to Mary Jane. He then gave me a barky telling off for not collecting my money earlier, followed by a flurry of emails. This payment, he said, has been abandoned for too long. As an international independent external auditor, I think it's very absurd to abandon one's funds for this simple reason. To tell you the truth, I do not believe this to be true, and my reason is simply because of the irregularities I noticed while compiling the audit report for the middle of the financial year. I have perfected plans to have this funds transferred to you within the next 48 hours, but the entire process will cost you $6,830. You will advance $2,630 while the balance is paid as soon as you confirm the $5 million in your account. Thank you. Followed by, kindly direct your payment to this Fedwire Approve account for swift processing. And he gave my viewer the name and details of a money mule in Honolulu. You are to provide the transfer receipt once you made the payment. Also, send us your account details, including your bank phone number, so we can schedule your payment of $5 million. So, not only do they want you to send money to a money mule, they want your bank account details. We are yet to receive the transfer of $2,639, he said a bit later. Initial deposit fee from you. Forward this important details so we can schedule a transfer and forward the confirmation receipt to you. Thank you. Your payment application was submitted to us by the International Centre for Settlement and Investment Dispute, ICSID, in the person of Mr. Ted Moore. The application says that the payment is part of Works Bank COVID-19 relief funds for business owners and household support. This application was submitted since 2021 and was approved last year by Fedwire. I didn't bother to answer your question because I believe you should know about all this. Since the funds was approved by Fedwire, it's been credited into our system for onward transfer to you since last year. But you abandoned everything, so I had to reconnect with you with a perfect plan to have this funds transferred to you within 48 hours. Thank you. You didn't bother to answer my question because you believe I should know about all this. I don't know about this, which is why I asked. What a rude response to a perfectly reasonable question. As for you abandoned everything, that's even ruder. I had no idea about any of this. And had this Ted bloke had the manners to contact me instead, I would have found out about it earlier. Put out by this flurry of emails, said my viewer, I wrote back, above, and Kenneth Leach, worried that his victim might disappear, hastily put in a grovelling act. I sincerely apologise to you, Mrs. Jane, if I sounded rude. I didn't mean to be rude to you, ma'am. So sorry. The manner of which the approved payment was left unclear, and the irregularities I noticed while compiling the audit report for the middle of the financial year gave me more reason to contact you to clarify things. I sincerely apologise. Thank you. Dear Jane, this is to inform you that your account has been verified. Your account number is. Please contact the management if you need any support. We have reactivated the account. Your funds are deposited, and it's now ready for onward transfer to any account you provided. I told you I can get this funds to you within 48 hours. I have corrected all irregularities. We need to schedule your transfer. Send us the necessary information to enable us schedule your transfer. Thank you. The application, said our increasingly frustrated scammer. Says that the payment is part of World Bank COVID-19 relief funds for business owners, investment relief schemes and household support, etc. Your name and household was among the selected that was approved for relief schemes payments since 2019. A lot of individuals, households globally benefited from this relief funds from World Bank. I noticed that some official of the International Centre for Settlement and Investment Dispute, ICSID, tried to divert the payment. I noticed all these irregularities while compiling the audit report for the middle of the financial year. That's why I decided I must contact you and work out a perfect plan to have these funds transferred to you within 48 hours so it can go out of the system to the beneficiary, Jane. Thank you, my viewer wrote back. Thank you for setting up my account, but why don't they ask for ID or need a password? The account, replied our man, is temporary. It's for onward transfer to the account you will provide. It can also be upgraded to a temporary debit card account, and a valid ID will be required to upgrade the account. We didn't hear back from you. I want to confirm if you actually want to receive your funds this week. We need to schedule a transfer, which will take 48 hours to be completely successful, so you have to let me know. We need the necessary information to complete this payment processing. Thank you. At the bottom of each of his emails there was a number. I had the number, said my viewer, which apparently meant they were in Washington, D.C. I doubt it. Anyway, I rang it and was told it was unavailable. Kenneth Leach sprang into action. Hello, said my viewer. Thank you for your email. I tried ringing the number below, but keep getting the message that it's not possible to connect your call. Perhaps you could just send me a check. The number is connecting. Give me your number, and I'll call you with the same number, he said. Dear Mr. Leach, wrote my viewer, my number is, and she gave him her baiting number. I'll be out getting my bunions sorted, but we'll be back later. If you leave a message, I'm not on, I will phone you back. I gave him my burner phone number, said my viewer, and came home to 3 messages, all from Connor Leach. Maybe he was Kenneth's brother? When Kenneth got back to me again, he was a tad curt. I called. No response. Call me back. Thank you, he said. Sorry, I was out, said my viewer when she got home. I'll try you tomorrow. I wait for your call tomorrow. Regards. Tomorrow arrived. Sorry, Mr. Leach, said my viewer. I had a nasty turn today and fell off the bus. My ankle is bandaged, but I'll be fine. I'll definitely call you tomorrow. Sorry about that, Jane, said our man. I wish you quick recovery. I'll be looking forward to your call tomorrow so we can finalise the process and schedule your long-approved $5 million instant wire transfer. I wait for your call tomorrow. Regards. Dear Mrs. Jane, I tried calling you twice today and left a voicemail and still didn't get a call back. Jane, this process is a very straightforward one. You've been approved to make some advance payment on the required fee so that Try saying this, guys. So that regularisation and legalisation can be done to enable us to schedule your transfer for Monday next week. You have the Fedwire approved bank account, so go ahead and send the fee and send the receipt. You have to also forward the bank account details where the abandoned $5 million will be transferred to, including bank phone number. This is all that is required of you as the true beneficiary. Fedwire will handle the rest of the process and ensure your account is credited within 24 hours of regularisation. I wait for your positive response. Regards. So sorry I've kept you waiting, replied my viewer. It turned out I hadn't topped up my phone. What a daft old bat. The phone's topped up now, so if you'd like to call. Jane, he said, you're not taking your calls. I hope you're not planning to abandon this funds again. I just can't explain why you're finding it difficult to receive this long-approved payment in your name. I just can't explain that. It's over 2 years now. Regards. I was getting fed up with him, said my viewer, and decided to point out that I couldn't afford to pay the fee. I'm sorry, said my viewer, but I can't afford it. I live in the UK, so we don't have dollars here. $2,630 is £2,063.68 in sterling. I'm a pensioner, and I don't have that kind of money. When I went to the bank to ask for a loan, the nice lady at the till said that, I wrote it down, that nobody should have to pay in order to receive a prize. You're being scammed. So now I don't know what to think. Jane, replied our man, this is the same excuse you gave for 2020 and abandoned this funds since then. You need to think about abandoning this funds again for the second time. This payment has nothing to do with scam, or whatever you call it. This was approved, by Fedwire in good faith, and the fee involved is for legalisation and notary, which is a standard procedure globally. I'll advise you to follow the instructions so that this funds can be paid to you. Pay 50% of the $2,630, and the legalisation and notary will be done. You must not abandon this funds again. Regards. Kenneth, interrupted my viewer, went back to being curt again. What are you talking about? She wrote to him. The same excuse you gave 2020. I never knew about this in 2020. Also, I've told you several times that I live in the UK, so I don't deal with dollars. Tell me the sum I need to pay in sterling, and the bank account I need to pay it into. The amount in pounds sterling, he said, you need to, is 1,500 to the Fedwire approved account listed below. And he gave her the same details of that money mule in Honolulu. Jane! This has been long time coming, and the payment has repeatedly been abandoned, so this time I want to make sure it's transferred to you. Send the above fee to the account provided, and send me the transfer receipt. Don't forget to let us know the account details where the long-approved $5 million will be transferred to, and a transfer confirmation receipt will be sent to you. Regards. I've looked up this company, said my viewer. Powerhouse Investment, LLC, and the address in Honolulu. It's owned by someone called and the company is not in good standing. Above. Why are you trying to get me to send money to a dodgy company? Jane, replied our man. The Count is the approved person. She's going to take care of the regularisation and notary. She's the approved person, and I don't know why you have issue with that. Follow instructions and send me the details where the $5 million will be transferred to. You're just making unnecessary arguments, he said. Who to do the job shouldn't be your concern. You will receive your payment receipt once you pay the fee. This funds has been abandoned for too long due to unnecessary delays in your end. Go ahead, pay the fee to Powerhouse account for swift processing of regularisation and notary. Send us the wire transfer receipt and the account details where to pay you. Regards. Mama! You can go ahead and send the £1,500 to Powerhouse Investment LLC. That's the approved person that will do the regularisation. This payment is 100% guaranteed. You must not abandon this funds again. Hold me responsible if anything goes wrong. I am giving you the assurance that this payment is guaranteed. Regards. Why are you calling me Mama? Replied my viewer, and I did not abandon this funds. I didn't know it existed because nobody got in contact with me. Good morning, Jane. Can you afford the regularisation fee today to enable Powerhouse to process the regularisation and send us the necessary documents we need to commence with your payment? This funds should have been in your account weeks ago, but I still don't understand why you have to give all these excuses any time you were contacted. Follow my instructions and send me the necessary details I need to commence your payment. Regards. Stop with all the emotional pressure, replied my viewer. No reputable financial organisation would speak to me the way you do. You've sent me the financial details of a money mule. There's no prize money. It's a lie. If it were true, you'd just get my address and send a cheque. Shame on you trying to scam people out of their hard-earned money. To which our man replied, Thank you for abandoning the funds. We have nothing to do with scam here. Regards. You're welcome, replied my viewer. You can keep the prize. What you're thinking about this funds is entirely different, he said. This was approved in your name long ago. I can send you the statement of the account and you'll see it. I just don't know why you have a different notion about this funds. This funds is original, yours, constitutional, and otherwise, said our man, putting a few words together. Regards. Oh, yes, please, said my viewer. Send me the statement of the account. I didn't know it was approved in my name. I didn't know this. And as it was approved in my name, you will, of course, have my full name. So, my viewer continued, today, Kenneth Leach sent me proof of my winnings, a highly believable screenshot of my account, and of course, he didn't have my full name, or full anything. I particularly liked, hey, we giving 50% bonus for every new registered account. The only thing that weighs on my mind is the money mule part. I don't know whether the person above is innocent or not. I checked out the company, and it's not in good standing, but I'm not sure what to do. I found the person on Facebook, but I'm stuck as whether to contact her or not. My bank wasn't very helpful. Any advice? She asked. I've now ghosted Mr. Kenneth Leach, she continued. Today, he sent me a grammatically wonky letter reminding me that this payment is 100% guarantee. I sent the account statement. Did you see it? He said. Mrs. Jane, this payment is 100% guarantee. Regards. And that was the end of Kenneth Leach. The only advice I can give my viewer about reporting money mules is to do what I personally do, which is, usually, I find their page on Facebook and message them that way. I do find that most institutions are much more responsive on social media. Usually, whichever of my girls has been taking part in the scam reports the scam via their Facebook page. Some banks are very helpful, some are middling, and at least one wasn't interested at all. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different tale from one of my viewers. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any scam baits that you'd like to submit, please send them to keepsafeonthenet@gmail.com.